In the previous section, we already discussed the Kruskal MST algorithm, a small example. Okay, let's discuss another tree. Suppose a graph is there having vertices and edges and weight is associated to each edges. Then question asks find out the minimum spanning tree using the Kruskal algorithm. Then what is the total cost of this minimum spanning tree? Okay, so what are the steps? We already know that we have to arrange the vertex. Then according to the disjoint set, because make set will be called, then sort the edges according to the increasing order of their weight, then process each edges if fine set is not equal, if it is not a disjoint. Okay, if it is fine set not equal to means if it is a disjoint, then the solution is added and union operation will be performed. Okay, so that will be already discussed. So let's solve this question. Okay, so in short, what happened? The first step I am doing according to the Kruskal MST minimum spanning tree algorithm. All the edges, whatever the edges are there of the graph is listed. I am listing all the edges in increasing order of their cost value. Okay. So see, increasing order of the cost value, so that which edges is we have we should written first. So first we choose the one. This is the least cost, next 2, next again 2 are there, next 4, okay, next 4 are there. So in this way you should listed all the edges in the increasing order of their cost. So here we listed all the edges, the increasing order of their cost. See here for this particular graph, here edges are listed according to the increasing order of their cost. Then next step what happened, we consider each edge according to the increasing order of their cost, or in the sorting edge list we consider each edge. Suppose hg we calculate again fine set h and fine set g. If it is a disjoint set, then union operation is performed and the solution set will also contain hg. Okay, in this way perform the union operation and the solutions set also consider this edge value, or the graph will be drawn. So in short, okay, in short what happened, I'm already tell that this is a one type of check, what a cyclic path. If it is a cyclic path, we reject it. Or if it is a not a cyclic path, then we consider the fine set is what, check the cyclic path. So in short I am doing this in this way. Suppose h and g, okay, hg, suppose this is your h g. So initially what happened, these all are disjoint, that means we have to consider these edges. Okay, these edges in the solution space. This is a set, no cyclic path is there. Next gf, okay, g again f, gf and the cost is 2. Okay, so this vertex are deployed according to the original graph. The vertex are deployed according to the original graph. So here gf will consider, because this is a shape, no cyclic path are there. Similarly I or c, this is your I, suppose this is c. Okay, here see I and c, considering IC 2, so this is also shape. Next is a b, okay, so a is here and b is here, cost is 4, this is also shape. Next I and g, I and g, c. Okay, here I mistakenly omit one edge, already one edge also there, cf also 4 is there. So after AB also one edge is there, CF 4. Okay, so after AB next check CF, because we forward according to the increasing order. So first I am taking CF, the cost is 4, so this is also shape. Next taken I and G. So see, if we consider I and G, it give a cyclic path. That means the I and G are not considered for a minimum spanning, for a spanning tree. Okay, I and G is not considered for the spanning tree. This is rejected. This is rejected. We have not considered I and G. Similarly, I and H, see, if we join I and H, this is also giving a cyclic path. That means this is also reject. Also reject. Okay. Then C and D. C and D. 7, C here and D is here. This is 7. No cyclic path there. So this is safe. I am considering this. Then B and C. B and G also safe. B and C also safe. I am considering this. Then A and H. Okay. A and H. See, if A and H is joined here, this is also give a cyclic path. That means A and H is also reject. A and H will also reject. Then D and E. Okay. D and E. Where is D and here E? The cost is here 9. So D and E, no cyclic path. I am considering D and E. Then F and E. Okay. If you join F and E, this is also a cyclic path. So F and E is reject. Okay. This is also a reject. Then B and H. So see, if we join B and H, this is also a cyclic path. That's why we have rejected B and H. Then D and F. If we join D, where is D? D and F. This is also a cyclic path. This is also reject. Okay. So these are some reject and these are some selected. So this is your final minimum spanning tree. Okay. Having C. This is your spanning tree contain vertex 9 number of vertices and number of edges equal to 8. That is n number of vertex, n minus 1 edges. And what is the cost? How to calculate the total cost? We simply add it. Okay, simply add it. Okay, if you add all the cost, you have to find the minimum cost equal to 37. So for this particular graph, we also generate number of spanning tree. Okay, we also generate number of spanning tree, but the minimum cost is 37. So this spanning tree, thus for a particular graph, we generate number of spanning tree, and this spanning tree is also called as the feasible solution of this particular solution, because number of solution are there. But the minimum spanning tree is called optimal solution, because for a particular solution we find only one optimal solution. So this is a greedy technique, because we always find the optimal solution. It always give the optimal solution, and also so constraint are satisfied. Okay, so feasible solution are the spanning tree, and the optimal solution are the minimum spanning tree having less number of cost, and the output is always the subset of the input. Okay, the output is always the subset of the input. So this is the complete of your Kruskal minimum spanning tree algorithm. In the next session we have to discuss the Prim's minimum spanning tree algorithm.